Hey, what's up you guys? So today's video is about a myth, a legend, Robert Kiyosaki. I have to admit, he was an eye-opening experience for me. Personally, I think I found out about him, I want to say somewhere around 15 years ago. It was late 2010s probably. It was a whole mind shift. Now, the things was what he says in there, the rich dad, poor dad, were just incredible revelations. How do you like my mustache? Those were really revelations. I try to implement most of the stuff there. It never gets sold, like how I can afford the ideas that the real estate is always going up, ideas that you have to be investing. Those are like brilliant. I just think that he's no longer that innovative. I was training here in Orange County. The problem with nowadays Kiyosaki is that he, as far as I know, he sold his rights to this book, and now there's a corporation which owns that book rights. And pretty much what happens, he turned to the kind of employee of that corporation, because they were selling the courses, or like people who bought those courses were complaining, and he had an interview where he was saying, hey, I'm not making a decision, I'm not calling the shop, do whatever they told me to do. That's all, of course, is heartbreaking. Initially, he was a big advocate for being free and for free market and free entrepreneurship. It's just sad to see that he pretty much changed his mind. In actuality, he does some different stuff. I want to share that video with you guys. I wanted to share a couple thoughts about that video.
America's going to be the poorest country in the world starting now. You're going to see the biggest crashes happening right now. So that's good for me because the price of gold and silver go up. What shocks most people is America never had slums like that. Today, slums are everywhere across America. So the big shift is Russia, China versus America, Europe. The Chinese are threatening to shift yuan to gold. And if they do that, US dollar collapses. If that happens, America goes. So that's why I've been saying this is trash. It's commodities, silver and gold. So being a capitalist, I own gold mines and I own silver mines. So when the dollar crashes, I get richer. That's going to happen now. It's the biggest battle in history going on today. And the dollar is going to lose.
I will definitely make another video about the Russia-China relationships and why most of the ideas that sound in the United States are not realistic for that scenarios, that they will become one country and etc. Since I lived in China and I speak Russian, I think that will be a very interesting video. They are not going to overcome United States as world dominant power. China still has a huge problems. They have a huge mouths to feed. They have a very big amount of population living under poverty. So it's not that easy. And the idea that they will back their currency with gold is not realistic because they're just not enough. That's the thing I don't like about the latest ideas of Mr. Kiyosaki. He bets against America. Historically, that was not a good idea. And I think the thing that makes America great is not the industries that America has. If you would look at the most successful, most talented people, everyone still want to be here in the United States. Most of the people who live in China, who live in India, there is a constant flow of investments and people to the United States. That's what makes it great. Not politicians, not industries, not anything else. That's why people trust United States dollars. They know that it's not going to lose its value overnight. Eventually that will happen, but come on guys, like eventually the world will end. Doesn't mean that we should go to the Mars. Maybe, I don't know, but not yet. That's the thing that I don't like about his recent ideas. I think most of them are not really up to date, might be even wrong. Too much criticizing of the United States. I think obviously there are like issues in here in America. There are 195 countries in the world. If you would take all of them, trust me, America will be in top 5. Maybe the number 1 place for people to move in and live, because nowhere else in the world you get these opportunities. I mean, if it was that bad, why he's still living in the United States himself, right? Doesn't make any sense. So overall, Kiyosaki is a great man. He has great ideas. You definitely need to read this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, if you haven't read it yet. The ideas that he was producing for last, I want to say 1 to 3 years, are not really up to date. They are not innovative. Personally, I don't see nothing new that he could tell. He keeps predicting crash for last 10-15 years maybe. I think nothing happened from that time, and I think there would not be a crash that he's personally talking about. In my opinion, the crashes will be in the form of adjustments. We just saw a couple adjustments, and I'm talking about the real estate, I'm talking about the stocks. I think the stocks will probably recover in 4 years maybe. They will pass the pre-COVID prices. Personally, I lost, I want to say about 15k in stocks. I had a portfolio of about 40k, but all of them were inflated. All of them were inflated. If you would go to the stock market graphs, I think Tesla, Amazon, Google, Facebook, they're pretty much making, and Apple, Microsoft maybe, they're making about 25% of all United States stock market. I own most of those company stocks, and I think that the United States economy is based on them. Like if you would go to any country, 195 countries in the world, my friends, if you would go to any of them, you will see either Apple or Mac working on their computers. There is no any other operation system, maybe Linux in some places. That's not like 0.001%, okay guys? Everybody's using Instagram, everybody's using Facebook. Everybody who has Amazon prefers to use Amazon because it's just convenient. Probably will be adjustments, but no crash. Coming 10 years at least, that's my prognosis. Let's see who's right, Robert Kiyosaki or Kamal. See you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Bye.